A good day to everyone. This is Steve Clark Askaya from English 3A. So for today's video, I'm going to discuss the entire lessons or the highlights of the semester. So first, I'm going to determine or understand what is curriculum. Curriculum is compasses all the subjects or courses of the study in school or college. So next we're going to go in philosophical education or a philosophical foundation of educations. So what is philosophy? Philosophy divide into two words which are polus and sophia, which means love of wisdom. Lot of philosophy in education. So first is idealism. The aim of idealism to education is to discover and develop the abilities of every learner and also uphold full moral excellence among individuals in order for them to serve the society well. So means the focus of this philosophy is the learner. Means the teacher should be depend on the learner's interests, their motives, how to motivate them that they want to, or we need to encourage them how to be productive or how to perform well in the school. So the Socrates and Plato believes in two forms of the world, spiritual and material. Primary aim of life to achieve the spiritual values of true and value of goodness. So means covering the idealism is also that we need to imply our students a good moral or the good attitude that also produce them to be more productive, which we can support them emotionally, spiritually, and also their interest in learning. The second philosophy of classical philosophies is realism. It seeks to provide vital knowledge for the learners to survive the natural world and for them to be prepared for the real life scenario. So, for this philosophy, I think if I would be a teacher in the future, I think this is my philosophy because I want to bring them in the real life situation. I don't want to more encourage them, more giving their a consideration. I think I need to push them and bring them that they need to comply this one, they need to apply this thing like that. Or mostly I give some examples that can help them to improve their uh, listening or their knowledge in terms of the production or to live in the society. For the example, when I'm going to teach a communication subject. So means the communication I need to more on practice them how to be more in speaking. So not just only to discuss the lesson about communication but also to teach them or to make them a scenario that they can produce a example of communication, especially that more useful in real life. So that's it. Philosophy is existentialism. It is the concern with helping learners understand and appreciate themselves as a unique individual by teaching them on defining themselves through various activities and by exploring them to different kind of environment that allows them to choose their own best fair way. So means this kind of philosophy wants the learners to be know themselves. We know that there are four square or windows in ourselves. That first window is the attitude that we already know about ourselves, and also the second window is our attitude that we know and others knows. Then the third one is the attitude that they know about us but we don't know. Like we can say, I'm that bad. I have that attitude which is self-centered. I did not actually know about that because I think I am a giver or people pleaser. But in your own presence is I'm not. So that's is the example. Then the last one is the last window is the attitude that we don't know ourselves and others don't know too. Means there are hidden attitude or personality that we don't know to ourselves. So as a teacher, we need to make some activities that can help the student to accept themselves purely and as a unique individual, that they are already worth it, no matter who they are, no matter what would be that they wanted to be in the future. But as long as they need as long as they accept themselves as a unique individual and also a worth it person, that would be enough. So one of the example is that is making some essay about one thing that they can describe to themselves. So for example, I can describe myself as a tree. So means tree, a strong tree, produce fruits, means my achievements, and my body is the wood that can help in the nature, and also my leaves also for the oxygen, and the root is my feet that can hold in the ground to be strong person. So by that or by doing that activity, we can help them to realize that each of us is a unique person or unique individuals. So as long as you love yourself, you love people around you that who loves you the most, so that would be enough. So that would be the exact of here or this philosophy is pragmatism. John Dewey said, great word to do to make experience plus useful equals reality. Thoughts must produce actions. Actions are more important than thoughts. Pragmatism is also known as experientialism, which is the roots of progressivism and reconstructionism. We showcase some practical approaches in solving problems. This also a student-centered. Doing is more important than knowing. So means also this is a more on scenario like for like the realism. So means the teachers or the educators must be try to make some knowledge that they are applicable to the students or to the learners, because they no longer just to listen or to know something, but also to apply to themselves, to apply the knowledge or to perform it in front or in the real life situation. Perennialism. It focuses its goals on teaching and learners to become more national and critical thinkers by utilizing knowledge, ideas, and universal truths that have lasted through many generations or time and space. So means this philosophy wants to have or to implies the knowledge inside the learners in their lives. And I think I should have this kind of philosophy that every knowledge or every lessons that I can share to my students, of course I want them to they can use this or they can use those knowledge for their lives or in their entire lives means I can say that I am productive teacher or educator for them. So that's why I think we should um, analyze or need to think what would be our activity or our strategy for teaching or to give some instructions and analyzing application, because it's depend to our method. That doesn't mean that it's depend only the teacher, but of course the collaboration of the parents, the students, and the teachers. But of course, as a teacher, we have a big responsibility or effects to the students, because when we are good to them, not just a for teaching but of course for their mentality, because I really really know that a good teacher or a best teacher loves their passion, profession, and of course love for their students. This the love for their students is not a romantic love, but a love that they really want to teach them or give them a knowledge to help them in their near future. Because as a teacher or as a future educator, I think make them a or making them as a critical thinkers is also very important, because I think when they already catch those logical or some situational, I think they probably solve their problems easily, because sometimes those activities or those application that we give into them, they put it on their minds that they really need them in the future. So that's why we think a lot for what we do as a teacher, not just for compliance or just for our incomes, I mean for the salary, but also for the passion that we can build or we can bring the golden era for our country if we produce a lot of capable or productive people in our country. So that's why we need to imply this philosophy, which is perennialism. So one of the example of the activity or the application that we can give to them to develop their critical thinking is, I think, the mind mapping. Like for example, we give them a one topic or a major topic, then we need to brainstorm as a group to identify the possible subtopics or the content. For example, the main topic is research. So what would be the possible subtopics in the research? So of course the title, the rationale, the research problem, the RRL or the framework. So I think that making or have a brainstorming and have a use their cognitive ninja to perform or to think would be help them to more practical and avoid chaos in the future. Essentialism. Essentialism as an educational philosophy gives emphasis on the acquisition of essential and fundamental knowledge, skills, and values, especially the 4 R's, namely reading, writing, arithmetic, and right conduct. So, the essence is precise existence of destiny, faith, and academically religious or religious curriculum centered. So that would be the essentialism.